Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
No. Off. Check. General West.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey.
Rock it. Hey, lock it.
Check 9.
Go.
Motion.
Hit it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm going to run you over. Check.
Jones. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Ready,
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Do you tighten up? Check.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
91 is the mic. I got it.
Out. Hey, Jet. Big grip.
Vic readies to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A good return there, 17 yards, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They run it with Ballage. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st down, Detroit.
Down. 185. We want this.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Wait, Monday. Wait, 9. 5.
Carr going to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Down. 280.
I got you.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run here with Ballage. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Go.
Check 55 tonight. I hope you brought your luck because I'm about to take you to school.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr letting one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tighten down. There you go.
Hey, Haywood.
91 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On play action, Vic. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
91 is the mic. Watch the curve.
Vic goes play action. And he's going to go down again. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye, Mike Daniels, in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Watch the ship. Watch the
Balaj. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 734.
Sponge. No. Mike.
Hey, seam 6.
Come on.
To throw, it's Carr. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Swing. Hey, box drop.
Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
55.
Hey, wahoo.
Go. Swing.
Now Balaj. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Sanders' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's what I do.
Go.
Banjo. Mike 40, Mike 40. Oh, you get on the head.
Now.
Vick now. This complete to Jones. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stop your whining. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Not today, you are. Not today.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Hitting the mirrors back and go play. Exit.
On 2nd and 9, Vick caught by Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go,
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And to give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Carry here for Johnson. And an alley to run. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kalen Ballage, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
First down, Lions.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Bravo.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Here's Carr to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Hey.
Mike's 40.
Ready.
From the 29, Vick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch safety creep.
Easy. Kill. Hey, Raider 2. 5.
Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. There we go.
Carr now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up second down.
Just second and 10.
Mike.
Down.
Check 59.
180. We're good. 180. Watch out.
That's up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it, baby.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch the sled. Check.
Raider 1.
On third down, Johnson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage, Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
91 is the Mike. Mike 91. You don't want to pick up the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing, Vick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Zoo!
Let's go.
Now!
They will indeed go for it. Vick into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Go! On the ball!
From the 27, Vick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Running from the gun with Howard. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Hey, seam 6.
Three buds.
Get it.
They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
25, check. White Monday down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping